Good morning, everyone. This is BremSter, and today I'm coming to you with another fog puzzle. This one is called Fog-stomefel Ring by Flinty, and it possibly has one of the most obvious break-ins I think I've seen in a while. But before I get to that, and it may not be needed, but I'm going to go through what I saw almost within seconds of opening this grid. What is going on? March of the Quads is going on. I'm currently recording frantically in a rush, in a run, in order to. I'm going away over the next week, and I'm trying to record a bunch of puzzles for me going away. But one of the things that has come up in the last few days is we are definitely working on a sandwich pack, a sandwich Sudoku pack. And if you're a puzzle creator and you are interested in possibly contributing to a sandwich pack that is put out, like we've done with Quads on Parade and KG Constraints, and currently the sort of thing that we started years ago with March of the Quads, then please reach out to me. We have some guidelines around how we submit and how we test and everything like that. But if you want to talk to me about submitting a puzzle to the pack, please do so. We'd love to get some new people contributing puzzles. I've already reached out to a bunch of new setters who are interested. We're not, we don't try and be insular. I'm happy to talk to anyone about it. Let's have a look at Fog-stomefel Ring by Flinty. So let's go through the rules first, and then I'll restart the timer, and then I'll go through some stuff, which may or may not be needed, but I'm going to go through it anyway, because this puzzle is screaming the thing. So what do we have? We have normal Sudoku rules. So into every box, in every row, and into every column, we need to put the digits 1 to 9 without repetition. Now, I like this. The fog is covered first, because it is the thing that people will like go, what's going on? Most of the grid is covered in fog, all of this dark grey stuff. Placing correct digit reveals the fog, no guessing is required. Basically, if you place a correct digit, then all of the cells that are touching this isn't that weird new variant. If we were to place a digit here, all of these cells would have the fog revealed around it. That's the way that this works. Now, and you don't need to guess. At no point do you, because if you were to just pick this cell and just type 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one of those digits will be correct, and and all of the fog will be revealed, and you'll be able to see what possible constraints are underneath it. That's not needed. You are able to deduce every single digit that will get placed and therefore reveal fog to give you the next piece of information. I know I have had comments along the lines of, this puzzle was really easy. I was able to just put digits in, figure out what was underneath, and then yes, you can. Fine. If you wish to do that, the only person you're cheating is yourself. You're allowed to cheat yourself as much as you want. Okay, but that is not the correct way to solve the puzzle. It's not a wrong way to solve the puzzle. It's not the way it's intended, and the only person you are robbing the experience for is you. Doesn't hurt me, doesn't hurt Flinty, it just hurts you. So don't do that. The next rule is killer cages, which are these cages. Digits that are placed in the cage must sum to the number in the top left corner, and digits may not repeat within cages. And then somewhere in this puzzle will be German whispers lines. 2 cells connected by a green line must have a difference of at least 5. So if there was a green line between these two cells must have a difference of at least 5, or the digits placed in them. They're the rules. I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. Now, Fog-stomefel Ring. So, there is a concept in Sudoku called the Fog-stomefel Ring. Now, the Fog-stomefel Ring was something that came up years ago now, which is probably, I would call it the second most well-known, but most people consider it the most well-known. I honestly think Windoku was probably the one of the main ones, but it is the most well-known set equivalent theory or set object, which is the fact that these cells in the corner, these cells, which I will highlight in blue, it doesn't show up quite well on the fog, but whatever, are exactly the same digits as those cells I will highlight in green. They are exactly the same digits. So the 16 cells that go in these corners are exactly the same digits that go into those 16 cells on the ring. Now, if many people watching this, if not most, will know exactly how this is true, but I'm about to explain it. Feel free, if you've seen this 456,000 times with Simon doing his orange and his blue bags and me doing it many times, feel free to skip the next couple of minutes. But I will explain it for everyone who's seen it, never seen it before. So why is this true? Well, because we know that every row, every column, and every box of a Sudoku contains the digits 1 to 9. So what I can do is I can highlight this column of the Sudoku in green, and I know that contains all of the digits from 1 to 9. I can do the same by highlighting that column, all of the digits 1 to 9, and I can do the same by highlighting that box and that box. And when I highlight those, I know that I have highlighted, I don't know where they are, but I've highlighted 4 1s, 4 2s, 4 3s, 4 4s, all the way up to 4 9s. That's what I have highlighted in green. Now let's ignore green for a minute. Let's highlight these 4 rows in blue. Those 4 rows highlighted in blue is, yeah, can I redo that in a different blue? Yeah, I can. So those 4 that I've highlighted in blue, and I possibly should have used yellow because I think yellow looks cleaner. In yellow, those, yeah, Aussie colours. Those that I've highlighted in yellow are also 4 1s, 4 2s, 4 3s, 4 4s, all the way up to 4 9s. So what I've got is exactly the same digits highlighted. Now, if I pick any cell that is in both yellow and green, and I remove it from both yellow and green, say it's a 1, if I remove that 1 from both yellow and green, then what is left over is exactly the same. I'd have 3 1s, 4 2s, 4 3s, 4 4s, 4 5s, all the way up to 4 9s. But what is in those yellow and green is still identical. So I can remove that from both, and yellow and green are still identical. And I can do the same for every single digit that is in both of those sets. So what we end up with here is the digits that are left over are exactly the same digits because I've removed exactly the same digits from yellow and green. So what is in yellow must be in green. Now, this is one, there are many equivalent sets in Sudoku. This is the most famous. So what does this allow me to do? And I will unhighlight these so we can welcome back everyone who is looking for the highlighting to go away and see me solve. Now, we can look at these cages on the ring because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We know that in those cages, we've got 8 cells that sum to 44. Well, we know that 9 cells, 1, 2, 3, which is the same as a row, a column, and a box. If you add all of the digits from 1 to 9, you get to 45. So we need 8 digits. What do you subtract from 45 to get to 44 by removing 1 digit? A 1. So those are all 2 through 8. These cages are 2 to 9, sorry. These are all 2 to 9, and this is 2 to 9. So there is no 1 on this. So I can't put 1 into any of these corners. Well, okay, but what does that mean for this 16 cage? Because this cage here, you can see it's open at the end, at the corner. So this cage is at least that big. But that's 5 cells. Now, the minimum you can put into 5 cells is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is a long explanation for something that I saw within seconds. But the minimum I can put into 5 cells is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is 15. So I have to increase one of those digits by 1 in order to get to 16. If I increase the 1 by 1, I've got 2 2s. If I increase the 2 by 1, I get 2 3s. If I increase the 3 by 1, I get 2 4s. If I increase the 4 by 1, I get 2 5s. I have to increase the 5 by 1. That is the only way I could do a 16 cage. But because of this ring and the fact that I can't put a 1 in it, and this ring is exactly the same digits as these, I can't put a 1 in the corner. There's no 1 there. That must be a 1. And it didn't give me anything at all. But it had to be true. I was thinking that was going to give me something, but it didn't. But I can't put a 1 in here. Is it going to be something to do with 17 without a 1? 2, 3, 4, 5. There must be a 2 in it, right? If I don't put a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is 18. There must be a 2 in this cage. Because if I don't put a 2 in the cage, I can't put a 1 in the cage because I can't put a 1 in any corner. Wait, yeah, hang on a minute. Yeah, 3, 4 is 7, 5, 6 is 11, it'd be 18. It's too many. There must be a 2 in the corner. And they're both 2s. So I've now got 2 2s in the corner. Oh, right. Maybe. Can I put a 9 in here? If this was 2, 9, I'd be at 11. If I put 2, 9 in here, I'm at 11 and I'd need to do another 6. But I couldn't use a 1 or a 2, so I couldn't do it. I can't put a 9 down here and I can't put a 9 down here. There must be a 9 in each of these corners. I don't know that this is the way I'm supposed to be doing this. I think I should be able to get this digit. I think I've got too bogged up in the explanation and I'm not sure. Yeah, I can get this digit because I know the sum of everything. I can do it with math. I can absolutely get this digit because these sum to 15. 15 plus 17 is 22 plus 26. Sorry, it's 15 plus 17 is 32. Hang on. 15 plus 17, 20, 32, 42, 52, 58, plus 21, 59, 79. But the middle is 88. So that has to be the 9. Let me just confirm. 16 plus 17 is, you know what? It's way too early in the morning. 16, which is actually 15 because the 1 is outside, plus 17, plus 26, plus 21. If I add all of those together, it is 79. So, but these sum to 88. So 88 minus 79 is 9, and that has to be the 9. Now I'm doing 21 without a 9. 8, 7, 6, the maximum digits they can be is 21. 8 and 7 is 15, plus 6 is 21. This has to be a low digit, 1, 2, 3, or 4. And this has to be a high digit, 6, 7, 8, or 9. There's no 9 in either of those because of the 9. The 1 is in one of those two because I can't put a 1 in a 44 cage and I can't put 1 in either of those. These are 5, 7, 8, 9. I don't know that that's helping me though. The 1 here means I can't put the 1 up here because I can't put a 1 in a corner. There's a 1 in one of those, which means there's no 1 here, which means this can't be a 6 because if this was a 6, this would have to be a 1, which puts the 1 up here, which means, yeah, that lines up. Okay. So it is going to be... So I've got a 6, 7, and 8. I can't put a 6 into either of these cages now because I've got a 6 down here and a 6 down here, and there's only 2 6s because I can't... This ring basically has 2 2s, 2 3s, 2 4s, 2 5s, 2 of everything except 0 1s. So I've already got my 2 2s, I've got my 2 9s, and I've got my 2 6s. So if I don't use a 6 in the 17 cage, so I'm aiming for another 15. Oh, that's cool. I've got a 17. So now I've got 3 cells that have to add to 15, but I can't use a 6. So I can use an entropy trick. Because 3 digits that add to 15, you can either use a low digit, a middle digit, and a high digit, because, and the entropy trick, again, I'm going to go into explanation here. If you can't use 2 low digits, low being 1, 2, 3. So if we break the digits, low, mid, and high, low being 1, 2, 3, mid being 4, 5, 6, and high being 7, 8, 9. You can't use 2 low digits in a 3-cell 15 sum, because the highest you could have would be 2 and 3, and then you'd need a 10. You can't use 2 high digits when you make a 3-cell 15 sum, because if you use 2 high digits, the lowest they could be would be 7 and 8, and then you need a 0. So if you have a low digit, you can only ever have one of them. If you have a high digit, you can only ever have one of them. If you use 2 middle digits, any 2 middle digits, then the third digit must also be mid, because 4 and 6 is 10 and you need a 5. 4 and 5 is 9 and you need a 6. And what is it? 5 and 6 is 11 and you need a 4. So if you use any 2 middle digits, you need all 3. But I can't use a 6 in this 17 cage. So anytime you make a 3-cell 15 sum, it's either 1 low, 1 mid, and 1 high, or it's a low, a mid, and a high. Now, I can't put 3 middle digits in here because I can't put a 6 in the cage. So this can't be 2, 4, 5, 6. It has to have another low digit in it. So 2 and 3 are in this cage, and then I need a middle digit, which isn't 6, and a high digit, which isn't 9. So I need to make 12. I can't use 9, 3. I could use 8, 4. I could use 7, 5. But 2 and 3 are in that cage. That's kind of cool. So it does mean 2 and 3 are in here. I mean, this may not be the best way to solve this puzzle, but I'm having fun doing it this way. So it's 2, 3. I can't put a 6 in that cage. Yeah, I can't put a 6 in this. It's 2, 3 with either 8, 4 or 7, 5. Yeah, I'm not sure. Is it the 26 cage? Because I've got 26. I take 9 away, and I'm looking for 17 in 3. You know what? I'm terrible at these larger killer sums. So I've definitely got a 9. I can't... So how do I make 17? 17 in 3 without using a 9. Well, I can't use a 1, because if I used I can't use a 1 at all. If I use a 2, I can't use a 2 or a 3. So the minimum I could use is a 4. What happens if I don't use a 4? I'm at 5, 6, 7. I must use a 4 in this cage. I must use a 4 in the cage. If I don't use a 4 in the cage, because I can't use a 2 or a 3, because all the 2 and the 3s are allocated down here. If I don't use a 4, it's 5, 6, 7, 9. 7, 9 is 16, and 5, 6 is 11. I'm at 27. There must be a 4 in this cage. So 4, 9 is 13. I need another 13, which is 8, 5 or 7, 6. But down here, it can't be 7, 6. This is 4, 5, 8, 9. And there's no 9 here, because I can't use 7, 6 because the 2 6s are already allocated. This is 4, 5, 8, 9. There's no 9 here. So this is 2, 3. I've got the 2 4s. 5. 2, 3, 5 is 10. So I need another 7. Okay. So this can't be a 7, because I've got 7 here and 7 here. So there's no 7 in here and there's no 7 in here. There's a 7 in here. So this can't be 7. 2, 3, 4 is in here. Oh, really? No. Is it? Eight is in here. And 9 is in here. Okay, so there's going to be some geometry going on here that I haven't yet fully figured out. But that's the breakdown of the corner cages. Like this, it can't be 1. It could be 2, 3. It can't be 4, 5. It could be 6, 7. These seem to be more wide open than I thought. I don't... There's probably a trick that everyone knows, except I have not done. Like, there was probably... I bet everyone is laughing at me. So 7 is... Right, 7 can't be in here. So 7 is down here. So this isn't the 7. 2 and 3 aren't in here. So 2... Right. 2 and 3 can't be in here. So 2 and 3 have to be in here. And that lines up. This has to be a 4. Because the 2 and 3, which are in here because of these cages, can't be in here. So the 2 and the 3 in this box are in here, which lines up with the 2, 3 here. So I can't put 2, 3 here. I can't put 2, 3 here. 2 and 3 have to be up here. So that's a 4. That's a 9. This is a high digit. So this is 6, 7, or 8. It can't be 6 because if this is 6, both of those would have to be 1. Right. This can't be 7 because 7 is in here. That's an 8, which takes 8 out of there. 8 is in one of those two. These are 1, 2, 3. This continues, so that's not a 1. That's the 1. And this can't be 7, so it's 6, 8, or 9, and it can't be 8 or 9. That's a 6, so that's a 1. There's no 1 here. The 6 looks up, making that the 7, taking 7 out of there. That's a 6, 8. These are known. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9. These are 4, 8, 9. So where's 4 in this box? It can't be in any of those. That 4 is saying it's not there. That's a 4. So the 2 3s that had to be in here, this is a 2, 3. Oh, the 7 looks down, taking 7 out of there. 5 is in one of those two, so there's no 5 there. 7 is in one of those two. That's a 2, 3, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's a 5. So these are 1, 2, 3. And there's no 1 in the ring. So these, 5, 6, 7. So this can't be 5 or 7 because then I'd be repeating in the cage. So the 7 is in one of those two. Huh. So If that's a 4, those are both 9. That might be possible. That can't be an 8. This would have to be a 1, 2, or a 3. It can't be. That's a 4 or a 9. But one of those has to be 4. I have to put a low digit in one of those. So that's not a 4. And whichever one of those is a 4 can't go next to an 8. That is a 4-9 pair. That's the 8. Which means that's the 9. There's no 9 over here. I can't put a 5 on a German whisper line, which just appeared, so I don't feel too guilty about that. This is low, which is 2, 3, or 4. It can't be 4 because 4 needs to go next to 9. This is a 2 or a 3. If this is a 4, this is a 9. There's no 9 here. And if this is a 9, and if it's a 9, this is a 1 or a 4. Because it can't be 2 or 3. In fact, I know what these 3 digits are. Those are 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are 2, 3, 4. So there's no 4 there. This is 1 or 9. And this if this is 9, oh, this can't be a low digit. It can't be 1, 2, 3, or 4. This is a high digit. 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is a low digit, 1. This is a high digit, 9. This is a low digit, 4. Just takes 4 out of those. Can I restrict that further? You know, not obviously. But the 8 makes that the 7, which makes that the 2 because 3 is too close. The 8 and the 7 makes that the 5, which makes that the 8. You know what? I'm loving this puzzle. There's no 5 in those. This is a high digit. It can't be a 6, so it's a 7, 8, or 9. This is a low digit, which isn't 2 or 4, so it's 1 or 3. This is a high digit, which can't be a 6, or both of those would have to be 1. It can't be a 7, so this is an 8 or a 9, and it's not an 8. This is the 9, which takes 9 out of there. That's a 4, 5, 8. That's the 9, which says that's not the 9. This is a low digit, which again can't be 4. So this is a 1, 3 pair. So the 8 in this box is in one of those two. That's the 4, and that's a 5, 8. The 4 looks down, taking 4 out of there. That's a 2, 3, 6. That's the 4. This puzzle isn't as... It's not as collapsy as I thought it might be, but I'm loving this. This is a high digit. 6, 7, 8. It can't be 9. And this is a low digit. 1, 2, 3. And I'm really not sure. But these are 1, 2, 3, 6. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 6. So 6 must be in one of those two, not here, which takes 6 out of there. That is a 7, 8 pair. Can that be a 7? 1, 2, 8, 3. Yeah, I think it can. But these are now known. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are 4, 5, 6, which means there's no 6 here. There's no 4, 5, 6 in any of these. So where's the 6 in this row? It's not in any of those. I can't put it in here. It would repeat in the cage. It's not in any of those. That's the 6. That's the 1, which means this is the 3, and I can't put 7 next to 3. That's the 8. That's the 7. That's the 1. The 3 looks down, taking 3 out of those. That's the 2, 6. That's the 3, which looks across, taking 3 out of those. I am going to get rid of those pencil marks. They're starting to overwhelm. This is so cool. So what are these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So these are 2, 3, 7, but they're connected by a whisper line. They must have a 7 on them, and the 3 can't go next to the 7. That's the 2, 7. That's the 3. Which means this is the 2, and this is a 1, 3. These are now known. 7, 8, 9. There's even this going on. Okay, so these have the same high-low. Those have the same high-low. If this is 7, that's 1 or 2. If this is 2, that doesn't work. This can't be a 2. This would have to be a high digit. And it can't be 7, 8, 9, and it couldn't be 6 because 2 and 6 can't go next to each other. That's the 7, that's the 2. This has to be a low digit, 1, 2, or 3, and it can't be a 3 because I can't put a 3 next to a 7. And this is a high digit, which is 6 or 8 because it can't be 7 or 9, giving me a 6, 8 pair, making that the 5 and that the 8. The 8 looks back, making that the 6, making that the 8. Which makes that the 6, which makes that the 1, which makes that the 3, which makes that the 1, and now I've got pairs. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 1, 2, 5. How cool is this? The 7 takes 7 out of there. The 3 makes that the 2, which makes that the 3, which takes 3 out of there. This is a 2, 5, making that the 7 and that the 3. There's no 7 there. How cool is this? Resolving these rings is going to be interesting. So what is this? If it's a low digit, it's a 2. It couldn't be a 4. It can't be 1, 3, and it couldn't be 4 because that would have to be 9, and it can't be. If it's high, it can't be 6, 7, or 9. It would have to be an 8. So it's only a 2 or an 8. If this is a 2, that would be a 7 because it couldn't be an 8 or a 9 and it couldn't be a 6. If this is an 8, this would have to be 1, 2, or 3. So this is only 1 or 7 and it can't be 1. That's 7. So this is 2. Holy cow, look at this. So this has to be a 1 because only 1 and 2 can go next to 7. These are high digits, which are 6, 8, and 9. There's no 8 or 9 there. That's the 6. This is an 8 or a 9. The 6 takes 6 out of there. The 7 takes 7 out of there. I've got a problem. No, the 6 makes that the 5, which makes that the 6, which makes that the 7. The 5 looks back, making that the 4, taking 4 out of those. The 6 looks back, making that the 5 and that the 6. The 9 looks across, making that the 8. 1, 2, 3. This is the 4. These are 3, 5, 9. Now, the 8 takes 8 out of there. The 7 takes 7 out of there. The 2 takes 2 out of there. The 4 takes 4 out of there. There's no 6 here. How is this not collapsed yet? Right, the 4 makes this the 3, which makes that the 4. The 3 looks down, making that the 2, taking 2 out of there. But the 4 looks down, making that the 3 and that the 4. The 3 comes out of here and here, so this is the 3. 5 is not in any of those, so 5 is in one of those two. So these are 5, 8, and 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5, 8, 9. There's no 8 or 9 there because of those. That's the 5, which looks back making that the 2 and that the 5. The 2 looks across making that the 6 and that the 2. This digit is just a 7. So that makes that the 9, which makes that the 8, which makes that the 7. The 8 looks down, making that the 9, which makes that the 8. This is the 6 that hasn't been placed. The 2 looks up, making that the 5 and that the 2, and the 5 looks down, making that the 9 and that the 5. And that is the solution to the puzzle. 1,050 solves, 191 days. Okay, now my videos rarely contribute more than 1,000 new solves, but let's see if we can get that up, shall we? That is really cool. Now, it does require knowledge of the Fog-stomefel ring, but the Fog-stomefel ring is basically the most well-known piece of set equivalence theory. That was really nice. That was really, really cool. As using fog, a very, very common thing to introduce set equivalent theory, though you had to know it. I mean, I've set a puzzle, or created or constructed a puzzle that used set with fog in order to need to solve it. And it's actually one of the most popular videos on my channel, possibly because people tried to solve the puzzle and was like, what's going on here? A puzzle called Exhausting. Feel free to search for it. Yeah, this one was beautiful. Thank you, Flinty. This was just wonderful. Loved it. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. And yeah, I hope you all, if you're a creator, I hope you consider contributing to the sandwich pack we're working on. Yeah, I just hope you just enjoy engaging with the content. There's been a bunch of new Sudoku creators out there as well. Let me just quickly try and find the name of one. If you haven't checked out, where is the name of the channel? Because we're all part of a big community, and you absolutely should be checking out other creators. I can't believe I didn't have this ready. Prevaricating at the end. I'm not doing this for watch time. I'm doing this because I want to share. There is a creator called Puzzle Packs. Puzzle normal and then Patzer. Feel free to check out Puzzle Packs' videos. It has like a couple of hundred subscribers, I think. Could be wrong about that. It might be more. But been doing videos now for months, and I only found him about a week ago, and really good fun stuff. Solving Sudoku, many of the ones that he's done, the ones that I've covered on the channel. So what? You may enjoy his style more than you enjoy mine, and that's fine. Yeah, like I'm not a fan of hiding other creators because I want you to watch me exclusively. No, if you find someone who's better for you than me, go for it. Please, we are a big community, and yeah, Puzzle Packs, I've really been enjoying Puzzle Packs' videos. So yeah, go check it out. Thanks everyone for watching. Hope you're enjoying what I'm doing. If you do, like, subscribe, and all the good stuff. And yeah, as always, good luck with your solving.